Okay, we are going to find the angle measure missing here in this triangle using trigonometry. First thing I did is figure out what side lengths I've got. I know that this is the opposite and this is my hypotenuse, so that can help me figure out which ratio I'm going to use. If you remember, SOHCAHTOA helps us remember our trig ratios. I've got opposite and hypotenuse, so I'm going to go with this guy, which means I'm going to use the sine. So next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and write out that ratio. So the sine of the angle that I'm looking for, so C, is going to equal my opposite over my hypotenuse. My opposite is 9, my hypotenuse is 13, so I'm going to say 9 over 13. So same setup as the other trig stuff, but now we're going to be finding an angle measurement rather than a side length like we were before. So that means we need something new, and we are going to use what's called a inverse trig function. So we're going to use the inverse to figure out what C is. So once I get to this point, I'm going to rewrite this and just say C is equal to the inverse sine of 9/13. Once I've set that up, all I need to do is plug it into my calculator, and it should give me my angle measurement. So if you have a calculator like this, great. If not, no big deal, but I'm just going to go ahead and type that in. If you are on your phone will have these as well. I'm just going to go the inverse sine and then go 9/13. So 9 divided by 13. And once I press enter, it should give me a value. And so I know that C is equal to about 43.8 degrees. Another way that you might see the inverse sine on your calculators is what's called the arc sine. Those two are the same thing. So, finding the missing angle measurement, pretty straightforward. There's really only one way. You just have to find possibly using sine, cosine, or tangent.